Hello everyone, I invite you to Thursday's cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on the BTC to USDT pair, taking into account the 4-hour interval. First, we will use the yellow line to mark the upward trend lines from which the price has currently broken down. When we turn on the EMA cross 200, we can see that the price has returned below the moving average, which also indicates a return to the downtrend. Now we can move on to marking support areas in case the correction deepens. And here, first of all, it is worth marking the support at the level of $26,750. At which the price currently holds, but when it drops lower, it will move towards the strong support zone from $26,313 to $25,691. Looking the other way, we can determine resistance locations in a similar way using the fib retracement tool. First, we will mark the resistance zone from $27,322 to $27,552. When it is overcome, the price must overcome the second resistance zone from $27,798 to $28,140. Only then will we be able to see new increases. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, which indicates that most of the energy has been used. On the stock indicator, we have exceeded the lower limit, which also resulted in the price decline slowing down. Also on the RSI index, we are moving at the lower limit of the range, which may result in a price rebound in the coming hours. As the second chart in today's review, we will check ETH in pair with USDT, also on a 4-hour time frame. First, we can use the blue lines to mark the downward trend channel to which the price has currently returned, moving below the local downward trend line. At this point, it is also worth marking the blue line of the 200 moving average, from which the price broke down, returning to a strong downward trend. Now let's move on to marking the support places. We will use the fib retracement tool to mark supports, and as you can see, at first the price remains at the lower limit of the strong support zone from $1,578 to $1,531, but if it breaks below, we may see a drop to the support level of $1,394. Looking the other way, we can similarly mark places where the price should encounter resistance on the way up. And here we will mark resistance zones where the first zone starts from $1,643 and lasts up to $1,669. And then we have the second resistance zone from $1,706 to $1,752. Only when we manage to break out of these two zones will we be able to see further price increases. The CHOP index indicates that there is plenty of energy for further movement. The stock indicator returned to the lower part of the range, which may slow down the current correction, while the RSI indicator is also at the lower end of the range, which may indicate the approaching end of the recovery. Moving on, we will check the thematic chart. As we can see, the price dropped below the blue EMA cross 200 line, thus returning to the strong downtrend. However, here, after marking the downtrend channel, we can notice that the price breaks out of it sideways, which may have a positive impact on it and may translate into a change in direction. When we unfold the fib retracement grid, we can see that the price has returned and remains in a very strong support zone that starts at 58 cents and continues up to 31 cents. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine the resistance areas that the price must face. And here we see that there was a strong rejection of the price from the zone from 74 cents to 90 cents. But when the price breaks it, it will have an open path towards the second zone from $1.15 to $1.33. The CHOP index indicates that the energy is gaining more and more strength. However, the stock and RSI indicators show a visible recovery with room for the price to drop to a lower level. The last one in today's list is the ETC to USDT chart on a one-day time frame. First, we will use yellow lines to mark the triangle in which the price is approaching the exit and the direction of movement. Going further, we can move on to marking support areas when we start a larger correction. And here you can see a strong support zone in which the price is currently close to the lower border of the zone ranging from $19.64 to $12.60. But when we break out of it, using the trend-based fib extension grid, we can determine a second smaller zone from 9.61 cents to $7.48. Looking the other way, we see that the price has a significant resistance zone from $25.18 to $29.09. Only when it overcomes it will it move towards the resistance level of $33 and then $38.62. Please look at the CHOP index, which indicates that there is still energy in this movement. The stock indicator shows exhausted energy, which is also confirmed by the chart, while the RSI indicator shows a strong rebound, but with room for the price to go slightly lower. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.